Class 185, kinematic link. So you know, so you know, kinematics means study of motion without bothering about the causes. Okay, so in all these things, we need only kinematics. Okay, right. So kinematic link or kinematic element. Sometimes just link or element. Shortly, we say like that. So, very simple to understand. A machine consists of lots of links. Okay. So, what is a link? It is a part of a machine that undergoes relative motion with respect to some other part without undergoing any deformation. That's all. So, that is kinematic link. Okay. So, a kinematic link should be a resistant body, means strictly speaking rigid body, but now practically we speak resistant body, and should have relative motion with respect to another part, means with respect to another link, it should have relative motion. Otherwise there is no movement. No, kinematic means what? There should be movement, so there should be relative motion. Now suppose say there are two or more parts, but if there is no relative motion between them, then all of them will be considered as one link, even if there are more than one part. Okay, for example, say in a DC machine, the shaft, armature core, winding, brush, these are considered as one link. The end cap and the bearing is considered as another link because bearing is fixed with the end cap. Even though bearing is separate and end cap is separate, both are separate parts. They are considered as one link. Sometimes the two parts may be like two links if there is relative motion. Sometimes if there is no relative motion, then even though there are two parts, they are considered as one link. So depends upon the structure on the machine part. Okay. Now, see in a reciprocating machine, okay, steam engine, piston rod and cross head are one link. You can see piston, piston rod. Okay, this is the piston rod, and this is the cross head which slides in the guide. This is a guide, cross head guide, and this is the head which is touching the cross head guide. So even though these three are separate parts, they are considered as one link because piston rod, actually piston head, piston rod, and then cross head. This is a cross head, this much. Okay, and even the this bearing also will come in that only. Okay, connecting. Okay, that comes in the other one. Okay, bearing inside will come here. It depends in the bearing inside or outside how you consider. Anyhow, detailed of the mechanical engineering we will not study here. See, connecting rod, big end bearing and small end bearing are one link. Okay, connecting rod, big end bearing, here one bearing. Sometimes it will be only pin or bush. Sometimes bearing. This is called a small end bearing. This one, and this one is one link. Even though there are three parts, they are considered as one link. Then crankshaft, crank arm, and flywheel in one link. See, this is a crankshaft, crank arm, and the flywheel, which is mounted on the crankshaft. Okay, that is considered as one link because there is no relative motion between them. All of them move together. When the shaft rotates 60 degrees, crank arm also rotates 60 degrees. Flywheel also rotates 60 degrees. So there is no relative motion among them. Hence, they are considered as one link. Okay. Cylinder, engine frame, and main bearings. Okay, you can see here cylinder, cylinder and frame. This is the frame. Okay, and the main bearing means the crankshaft bearing. That also is fixed because crankshaft's bearing, which is the outer part, will be fixed to the frame. Got the point? See, this is the engine frame. To the engine frame, the cylinder is fixed. Even the crank shaft also will be rotating the between the see, this is the big end bearing. Okay, that's the bearing of the crankshaft. Sorry, connecting rod. Okay, both connecting rod and crank arm. See, this is crank arm or crank. Now this crank shaft will be mounted on the bearing. For example, say, see, here there will be a bearing and here there will be a bearing. These are the main bearing. Okay, and what bearing you have here and here, they are the small and big end bearing. This is the crank arm, this red part. Okay, here big end bearing, and here in the piston you have small end bearing. So the main end bearing and cylinder and frame, they act as one link because there is no movement among them. So this is how you understand the link. So link is a part which has relative motion with respect to the other and goes negligible deformation, means it should be resistant body. Okay, different figures are there. It's all written here, you can see in the notes. See, for multi-cylinder you have your crankshaft, this is the crank arm, and this is a crank web where crank pin is connected. Sometimes this can be a bearing here. We call it as a big end bearing. And in the piston, it is small end because there it will be small, I think. Here it will be bigger. Right. See, for multi-cylinder, everything, lots of figures are there. For mechanical engineering students, this is required. For us, how much we concentrate on this, it is left to the students. See, okay, this is in the crankshaft. You will have two ends. One is the flywheel end, another is the pulley end. To the pulley, you will connect the crank arm. Right.